Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai. With double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. May Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai's peace be bestowed unto you, hopefully elect. My brother Yahweh Call from Great Millstone, Orlando. I'm just back here with this video by Paul from Off Grid Desert Farming. As you see the title of breaking news, attack from China soon. Chinese cargo ship converted into wartime vessel. Or wartime vessels. Now, of course, this is just speculation. It's being said, but nevertheless, the stage is being set where we are in a full steam ahead into prophecy. It's only a matter of time. All right. All hell starts breaking loose. All right. America starts getting attacked and things of that nature. It's only a matter of time. But nevertheless, we see the stage being set. All right. Because as of recently, with this, the conflict between China and Taiwan, and this is all a part of wars and rumors of wars. China, once again, surrounding Taiwan, supposedly, right? China doing these mock drills, right? And of course, being that if and when China goes after Taiwan, it only makes sense that they will go after Taiwan's allies, which obviously America being Taiwan's ally. So, it would only make sense, But with that being said, man, again, Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai, he's moving than chess pieces. All right, major powerhouse moves, right? And it's only a matter of time. So without further ado, copyright disclaimer, I'm not making any type of monetary gain off of this video. This is just for informational purposes. So without further ado, we'll get into it.
We have a couple of breaking news stories for you tonight. I don't know if you've heard about this, but in the last couple of days, pictures have came out of China showing them at least converting one of their container ships into a missile carrier, a stealth missile carrier. Now, you have to wonder why they did this. Because why would you want to show your enemy your military plans? So these pictures came out of China anyway, and it shows one of these big container ships with missiles all on the top of it, radars. Chinese cargo ship converted into concealable missile destroyer, concealing missiles and rocket artillery launchers, as well as loitering munition swarms within civilian-style transport platforms, such as a container ship and commercial trucks, is a long-established and well-documented tactic in asymmetric warfare.
Now, when you go into the image from the 2026, the world ahead, right, which is nothing but subliminals, right? Elder brothers have already done videos based off of this image, right? But it's just rather interesting. One of the images that you see here on this image for the world ahead 2026, as Paul is going into, and he's going to continue to go into, as you see one of the image being here. You see the image of missiles being shot from a cargo ship, as you see, right? So that's rather interesting, as Paul is bringing out, and as he's going to continue to bring out. We're going to get back into it.
Over the years, we have observed a wide range of these concealable missile systems. The latest example comes from a report published earlier this week by the War Zone, which documents a Chinese commercial cargo ship converted into a heavily armed vessel equipped with containerized weapons and high-tech sensors. So this is the missile boat you're looking at. They have installed these radar systems and these 40-foot containers, which contain a lot of offensive missiles, folks. So China has probably one of the largest container ship fleets in the entire world. And by doing this would allow China to quickly militarize their commercial fleet into a war-fighting ship if they plan on attacking, let's say, the United States or another country. Because these 40-foot containers can be lifted into place, put on the top decks. It does look like that a lot of this stuff is mobile. And what I mean by that, it is contained in the 40-foot containers. It pops up. So we have heard about these containers for a long time with missiles in them, club cars, what they call them, that they can be delivered and deployed anywhere in the world. And they can contain offensive missiles, defensive missiles, strike systems, and nobody would know about it because it's in a 40-foot container. And everybody sees them all over the place anyway.
And as the scriptures say, for we ourselves know perfectly, right, roughly paraphrasing, that day doesn't catch us like a thief in the night. All right, because hey, one day, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab this real quick in Ecclesiastes. Because 2026, man, we're heading into the perfect storm. Lord willing, man, 2026, man, it's going to be one hell of a year, man. And as I mentioned with that, as I brought up with the whole 2026, right? What the world ahead, right? Going into America's 250th year inception, right? Which, as has been brought out by Apostle Tahar, the average lifespan for an empire is roughly 250 years. Now, is Yahushua going to come in 2026? Well, we don't know for sure, but hey, Lord willing. But 2026, man, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man, it's going to be one hell of a year. And as we've been seeing, if you've been paying attention every year, especially since 2020, the events of 2020 set up the events for 2021. Likewise, 2021 set up the events for 2022. All right, all the way up to this point, 2025 has been hella prophetic. All right, eventful, and Lord willing is going to set up the events for 2026. Here it is. Things. Prophecy, it comes in cycles. It comes in those waves where things are happening and then they die down. But what happens? People, they get rocked right back to sleep. But nevertheless, those fires are still lit. Those events are still there. They haven't gone away. Like when the situation popped off with Israel and Iran, right? Hey, prophecy was a hot topic for a hot second, but then the news kind of died down, right? But nevertheless, the Lord still has those things on reserve. So, these people, man, they count Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah for slack. And again, that's why they're going to get caught like a thief in the night, right? But again, man, 2025, man, it's set the stage for 2026, all right? But in Ecclesiastes 9 and 12, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. So you see, it's going to catch these people like a thief in the night. All right, when all hell just all of a sudden breaks loose. Here it is. America's being surrounded on all sides. It's being infiltrated from within. Right? Because when you go on to watch this video from Paul, he mentions I forgot the other guy, but one guy he mentions was this guy Dimitri Duduman, which years ago, he had the dream vision of basically America being attacked from all sides, Canada to South America, Cuba, and things of that nature. Have to brush up on those type of videos. That's one of those old videos. The apostles used to go into, the bishops, right? The Lyndon Thompson, all those type of characters, all those individuals. But it's just a matter of time, man. Right? And here it is. This thing is in our face. And they're already talking about canceling 2026, man. New Year's, right? Here it is. Iran has declared war on America and its allies, right? So, hey, Lord, when we're here, you should be saying who they ignorantly call Jesus, right? He's around the corner, right? JC, he's around the corner. He's at the door. You know, the hell with being around the corner. He's at the door. You know, I'm gonna play a little bit more.
So, why did these pictures come out all of a sudden just last week? Is China trying to warn us, or is this a warning to Taiwan? It appears that we are getting at least one installment of this in the form of a medium-sized cargo ship packed full of containers, containerized vertical launcher, and these are missile launchers, along with the sensors and the self-defense systems. TWZ Tyler Rogoway wrote in a note. The message is clear. China is making it known that it could and likely will turn ships from its huge commercial fleet into not just shooters but arsenal ships. So this is another picture of the ship here. You can see the radar systems right here, the domes. Another radar system here. The shipping containers with the missile tubes in full launch position. This is not a big container ship. It's a smaller ship, but nevertheless, just imagine them putting these missiles on one of those really huge container ships. I mean, they could have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these vertical launch tube container missiles and set them off the coast of the United States for a surprise attack, and we would never know, folks.
You see, because like Paul said, hey, you see these type of things all the time. These cargo ships, right? You know, you got something called pocket nukes, right? You know, and things of that nature. You know, things that we see all the time, things that we overlook. You know, and you would never know. You would never know. That's why we're going to have to be under that protection of Yahweh Bashem Al Shah. We're going to have to be under that pavilion because, hey, America is being set up for a sneak attack, man. They show you in the movies, the Red Dawn type of movies, right? America being invaded from all sides, from air, from the sea. It's been coming out the Russian submarines, right, off of U.S. coast, right? You know, so it's just a matter of time, man. What's this? Zephaniah 2 and 15. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, right? Like the scriptures say, the city that dwelt carelessly in Ezekiel, I do believe. Bear with me. Ezekiel 38 and 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates. So you see, America's wide open, and she's being set up for the taking. America's being set up for the taking. Zephaniah 2 and 15. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none else beside me. How has she become a desolation, a place of beasts to lie down in? Everyone that passes by her shall hiss and wag his hand, because ultimately, when America becomes a desert, right? There's only going to be satires, creatures and things of that nature. It's not going. No man is going to dwell in this space of America ever again. All right. But even before that great destruction, again, America's going to start getting invaded. All right, America's going to get attacked. All right, and like I said, the stage is being set for America to be attacked, man.
Because these missiles, they fold down into the containers, and it looks just like a regular container ship. So, I have told you this. There has been many prophecies from Henry Gruver, David Wilkerson, Dimitri Duduman, that in the future, war with China and Russia, that China would invade our country and probably use some of these container ships to do it. Rogoway noted that the most striking features is a deck covered with containerized vertical launch system modules, providing an estimated 60 launch cells approximately 2/3 of the missile capacity of a U.S. Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer. This suggests that the vessel will serve as a multi-operational platform. One factor that does make me wonder if this whole thing is real, however, is the text on the containers. If one is able to read Chinese, the text is rather amusing for proper PLA projects. So is this just a mock-up? Are they just trying to mock up a container just to see if they could do it? So we also have breaking news that China has just ran a series of war games targeting the United States in the Gulf of Mexico and in the Caribbean.
So there you go on that. You know, the whole video is pretty edifying, informal, but that was pretty much it on that. I'm gonna grab this in Jeremiah 51:12 again. All right, again, man. Hey, same precepts, different articles, right? Jeremiah 51:12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen. This is the point. It says prepare the ambushes, right? Again, Iran has declared war against America and its allies, right? You know, as far as the talks of World War III, it's heating up. All right, things are heating up. This dollar's getting ready to collapse, because we know that's the main thing that we're on the lookout for. You know, the MOTB, that's the main thing we're on the lookout for. And the stage is being set. If you're staying on your watch, all right, we see the stage is being set, and as the scriptures say, you know, hey, that day is closer than what we believed, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so we know, man, at any point, man, it's just a thing of any day now, you know, any day now, man. You know, but just wanted to sound the alarm. Giving all praises to Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect.